So I don't know where in the world you might be, but here in rural Iowa, it is freezing. And I'm not just talking about any old regular cold. I'm talking about that hard to talk, hard to breathe cold, like that hard to catch your breath cold as you're walking down the street trying to have a conversation. With that in mind, in an effort to try to stay warm, handsome, and stylish, your parka or your snow coat may not be the best option to do that. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with a parka or a snow coat. It's just that as you wear it more and more, the color starts to fade and it just begins to look ashy, and that's not a good look at all. What I'm talking about is something a little more stylish, something that's going to lift you into style orbit, right? I'm talking about something that, much like a suit, raises the expectation of an occasion when you wear it. I'm talking about an overcoat, and it's going to make you look great and confident. So today I'm going to be reviewing an overcoat that I got about a month ago from Itailor.com. Yes, my favorite online custom clothing retailer, right? They're not paying for this review. I just want to give you guys the best options when it comes to getting something. I'm a 52 regular jacket, right? I've got broad shoulders. I'm a big guy, so it was very difficult for me to find something online or in store that kind of fit my unique fashion profile. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. Anyway, I am Kurt Robinson. This is Big Got Fly. This is the overcoat. Let's get into it. So here it is, my royal blue non-traditional overcoat, right? I didn't want to go with like a regular color that you see everybody else with, and I don't suggest that you do either. Most guys, when they get an overcoat, they're getting like a black or a tan. I've got a black coat, I've got a tan coat, right? But this, to me, when you're in a crowd of people, this is going to stand out, right? And a lot of guys are afraid of like colors and things like this, but the bottom line is that if you're going to get something like this, you've got to own it, right? And I'm not talking about in a feminine way. When I say own it, I mean you've got to put it on and you've got to feel confident about it, because if you can't sell it to yourself, you can't sell the confidence to anybody else. So it's a temperate 76 degrees in my house, and I had to take that thing off, man, because I was starting to get hot. But anyway, there are three places that I kind of want to talk about with this coat. The first is going to be the material and kind of how I feel about it, right? Then we're going to get into construction and fit, and finally we're going to talk about care. Now, this coat by any means was not perfect when I first got it, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that later on down the line. We'll talk about price point too. I wouldn't say it was terribly priced. I'm very satisfied with it, and so again, we'll talk about that later on. Anyway, let's get right into the material. Now, Itailor doesn't tell us exactly what this coat is made out of, but I can tell you with a great amount of certainty that this is some type of poly wool blend. I think it airs more on the wool side than the poly side, and I don't mind that because the coat is very warm. Also, the texture isn't super soft, which I don't mind either, because when it rains or there's some type of precipitation, it pulls that in, and it also pulls the sweat away from your body, which helps you to stay warm. Moving right along up here to the buttons. I love these khaki colored buttons. They have a lot of different button options that you can choose from. And overall, the outside looks great. Moving right along into the inside of the coat here, we'll start with this beautiful stitching and piping. I chose the color pink. It accents, I think, the blue really, really well. You have a really nice little pocket here with a spare button. And also around the corner there, a little bit hiding. You can't really see it, but there's a button there as well. To this beautiful sea of blue paisley satin or lining material that they use here. I think it's incredible. Over here to the monogram, my custom monogram, specially tailored for BGF Kurt, Big Got Fly Kurt. Right down here to the pocket that they give you right under that, which is that same piping color and paisley inside of it, as well as another pocket here. So I wanted to show you guys exactly what this overcoat looked like on. And I'm telling you, man, it is beautiful, and it is absolutely warm. It's like 8 degrees outside right now. Shout out to my brother-in-law for shooting the video for me. Just kind of trying to show you the sleeves and the full length of it. I did have a big problem with the sleeves when I first got it. I actually had to get it tailored because the sleeves were way too long. It had 4 buttons initially. Showing it to you here in the light, again, that royal blue. I got the top of the lapel on the back colored the same color as the buttons. That came from Itailor. I wasn't feeling it though, so I don't do it very often. Moving right along into the pocket area.
of the jacket. That's a problem. Itailor, you guys have the pockets back way too far, and it's not easily accessible, especially when it's cold outside and you put something in your pockets. I didn't find them to be very deep either. And so if you're gonna have a coat like this, you should get a pair of gloves. As you can see me kind of freezing there.
Okay, so that about wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really enjoyed doing this video. I love doing reviews because we're bigger, it's hard to find stuff anyway. Let's try to figure out what it's going to cost us up front and what our options are, right? And so I think that this overcoat is awesome. As I said, man, this thing is really warm and it's really nice. I had to take it off. I was sitting in the house. This will take care of you for the whole winters and many, many winters to come, I hope. 2017 is going to be a great year. I've got a plan in place to put a whole lot more content out. I look forward to seeing you guys a whole lot more. This is Kurt Robinson. This has been Big Guy Fly. I will see you gentlemen next time.